Good morning again to those of you who are in the sanctuary worshiping today, as well as those who are worshiping sort of in the sanctuary via live stream, and those who are worshiping from other parts of the building. I try to start every service reminding you that you do not have to stay in your pew. If you need to get up and move around, that's okay. We also live stream this service in the parlor and downstairs in the Nickel Hall, where there are couches, okay? So I'm just saying. Anyway, if you need to get up and move for whatever reason, you're welcome to do so. I'd like to start the service with the sympathy, love, and prayers of the congregation for Judy Carlson on the passing of her brother John last Sunday, and to Louise and Richard Fortier on the passing of Louise's mom, Joan Copestick. That took place on Tuesday. Our prayers are with you and your whole family, and Holly and her family as well. Also, some of you will remember the Reverend Deb Stanbury. She was the executive director at Arise Ministry. She's taken a 2-point charge north of here. Her dad passed away yesterday, and so our thoughts and prayers are with Deb. Deb worshiped with us quite a bit throughout the pandemic as well, and she is a dear friend of mine, and so we're praying for Deb as well. I'd like to thank Reverend Linda Graham and Jane as well for leading worship last Sunday. It was lovely to stay in my jammies on a Sunday morning and watch worship. Thank you for that. But it is good to be back today together. I was told by Janice that we had 21 loaves of sandwiches delivered to the Evangel Hall Mission on Thursday. Well done. Well done. I think we only had like 16 last time or something, so good job, Knox. You are a generous congregation. So just a reminder, the third Thursday of every month, we make sandwiches. We individually, as families, we bring sandwiches to the church, and they get delivered to Evangel Hall Mission in Toronto to be handed out there. And so if you want more information about that ministry, you can speak to Janice Mackay, or you can call the main office. We'd love for you to get involved. A couple of updates for the month of May. I do want dinner church to start this month, and I don't even care if it's like not perfect the first couple times. We just have to start. So for those who are newer to Knox, before the pandemic, before the sickness came, we used to do worship service on Wednesday evenings alongside dinner, and I would take the previous Sunday's sermon, and we would talk about it together. There's about 40 of us that would gather over a meal, maybe a glass of wine, maybe not, and we would sing some songs, pray some prayers, and talk together about what it means to be followers of Christ in the 21st century, and it was my favorite ministry. So we're bringing it back. Imperfect though it will be. So please stay tuned, and if you'd like to help with that, I'd love your help. Rachel is also going to start the youth hangouts on Monday nights again, correct? Good. So that's coming up in May as well. And I would like to remind you that we do have the annual general meeting following worship today. Everyone is welcome to stay for that and participate and vote. Adherence as well. So make sure you stick around. And if you need a little more incentive, there's lunch. So just go through to Macmillan Hall. We're going to stay up on this level. After worship, go grab something to eat, and then come back in here, and we will do the meeting here. If you're at home, grab something to eat, and just stay on the live stream, because we're going to continue with the live stream for the meeting. I think that's it for announcements for me, but you have a pass. So this is where I catch up on all the announcements that I missed that came in on my phone during the service. Sorry. We'll begin with the flowers. This is the second time I forgot to announce the flowers, and both times it's been people who actually operate in the tech team. Talk about biting the hand. The flowers today, the gorgeous flowers, are in memory of Elsie Parnham, laid there by Barbara and her family. And so thank you very much. And thank you already for your grace in forgetting to do it at the beginning of the service. Also, Connie wants me to remind you that the AGM reports, I have some here, have been printed, and they're available at the entrances to the sanctuary, the narrative budget as well, and the agenda, right? And there's more of the AGM reports, and they're online. on the website. There we go. Our coffee hosts today are Mike and Merle. There they are. Look at them. How cute. Cuties. And they're going to do coffee and some snacks. Merle did a lot of baking. But also, I'd invite you to go and grab some lunch in the hall as well. And so my gratitude goes to Steph and the Chancel Guild for organizing the lunch today for us before the AGM. So I think, did I miss anyone else's announcements? Fantastic.